Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about something many of us experience at some point in life. Your best chapter may be the one you never planned. I want to begin with a question. Have you ever looked at your life and thought, this is not how I imagine things will turn out? Perhaps you had a plan, a timeline, a vision for your future. You knew where you were going. You knew what success would look like. You knew how your story was supposed to unfold. And then life did what life often does. It surprised you. The opportunity didn't come when you expected. The relationship didn't last forever. The dream took longer than planned. The road you carefully mapped out suddenly disappeared beneath your feet. And in that moment, many of us begin asking the same question. What went wrong? But what if that's the wrong question? What if nothing went wrong? What if life wasn't punishing you? What if life was redirecting you? Most of us are taught to believe that success follows a straight line. Work hard, follow the plan, reach the destination. But real life rarely works that way. Real life is filled with unexpected turns, unexpected endings, unexpected beginnings. And often, the moment that shapes us most are the ones we never would have chosen for ourselves. Think about it. How many people have discovered a passion they never planned to pursue? How many people have found love where they least expected it? How many people have become stronger because life forced them to face challenges they never wanted? The truth is, some of the greatest gifts in life arrive discussed as detours. The problem is that while we're living through them, they don't feel like gifts. They feel like setbacks. They feel like disappointment. They feel like uncertainty. And uncertainty makes us uncomfortable. We want answers. We want guarantees. We want to grow that. We want to know that everything will work out. But growth rarely happens inside certainty. Growth happens when we are forced to trust ourselves without knowing exactly what comes next. And that is one of the hardest lessons life teaches. Because there comes a moment when we must stop asking, why isn't my life following the plan? And start asking, what is the chapter trying to teach me? That question changes everything. Instead of seeing ourselves as victims of circumstances, we become students of our own journey. We become curious, we become open, we become willing to see possibilities where once saw problems. And often, that is where transformation begins. Not when everything is clear, not when everything is easy. But when we choose to remain hopeful despite the uncertainty, I've come to believe that some chapters are not meant to take us where we plan to go. They are meant to help us become who we were meant to be. And those are not always the same thing. Sometimes the life we imagine would have made us comfortable. But the life we never planned is the one that helps us grow. the one that teaches resilience, the one that reveals our strength, the one that introduces us to a version of ourselves we had never met before. And one day, often much later, we look back and realize something remarkable. The chapter we thought was a setback was actually a turning point. The detour we resisted was actually the path. The unexpected season was preparing us for something greater that we could see at the time. So if you're standing in a chapter that feels uncertain, if you feel like life doesn't look the way you thought it would, if you're wondering whether you've somehow fallen behind, remember this. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are not failing. You are simply leaving a chapter you did not plan. And sometimes those become the most meaningful chapters of all. Because your story is still being written. And your best chapter may be the one you never planned. Thank you for listening. If this message spoke to you, I hope you subscribe and join me on this journey of growth, courage, and reinvention. Remember, your story isn't over. Your next chapter is still being written. And sometimes your best chapter may be the one you never planned. Until next time, keep blooming.